Greetings and welcome. Welcome back to Grow Moringa Farms in Plant City, Florida. Let me know if you can hear. Can anybody hear me? Come on in and let me know. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Moringa Fest. We have a festival coming up here in about 2 weeks. November, it is October 14th today, and in 2 weeks from now, November 1st, we are going to have a festival here, right here at Grominger Farms, pretty much here in the location here, where you'll be able to set up a table. What I did was I created these raised beds here, and in between each one of the raised beds, you can set up a table just like this. So it can help you get set up here. And we've got 10 spots just right out here in this line in between two big moringa trees. Here's our schedule. This is our Moringa Fest schedule. I'll read it to you. Thanks a lot for coming in, everybody. Saturday, November 1st, at Grow Moringa Farms in Plant City, we are having an event. At 9 a.m., it's going to run from 9 to 5. And at 9 a.m., we'll have a welcome tour. We'll get things going. I'll be going around the property, getting people set up. This is where you can get set up at 9 a.m. If you're a member, you can come in and set up a booth and set up a table. And what we're going to do is we're going to go live just like this. So this is an example of how you can go live at your farmer's market. And we want you to bring a tripod to hold your phone. We want you to get a microphone so that way you can be heard really, really well. And we would like for you to get a tent and a table so that way when you come out, you pretty much have all of the things that you need to go to the farmer's market. When you make cash at the market, you make a couple $100. But if you're going live like this and you have consistency, say you go live every day like I did for many years, people would wake up and be excited to shop with me because they'd want to see what's going on at the market. Maybe they can't get out there. Maybe they're ill or disabled and they have trouble getting out, but they still want to see and enjoy moments out and about. And that's what this is. This is showing you out and about. This is out in the farm. We're at Grow Moringa Farms in Plant City. And this is essentially how I got my business started, with a small little table and consistency products. And I'll bring up all of these products and we'll show you them here. We'll be live for a little while. Please don't hesitate to give us a thumbs up and also give us a comment if you'd like. Let me see here. Tag products. What do we want to tag? Let's just tag powder. Okay. Nice. It looks like, let's see here. We'll discard. Okay, tag. We'll tag it. Nice. Okay, cool. At 9 a.m., we're having a kickoff day. Kick off the day with a warm welcome, and we're going to go for a tour. So we'll show you around. At 10 a.m., we'll have a workshop where we pretty much do a run through of the table. We'll do market table like this. Setup, sales, and pricing. So one of the strategies that I do is actually put a little sticker, a little yellow sticker with black Sharpie with just the simple 5, 10, 20, 30, 15, 10, 5, 5, 10, 20. It's just simple, and that shows the price. That's a little tactic that I like to do. Pricing, I'm going to give you guys all the secrets essentially. If you can't make it to Moringa Fest this year, you're pretty much getting a lot of the secrets right here. But one of the things that I like to do is I don't even put Moringa on my tent. I put buy two, get one free. And that brings everybody to the table. that brings everybody to the tent. They don't even know what they're buying. They have the money out, their card out. No matter what it is, if I buy 2 of it, I get for free. I just want the free thing. So no matter what, psychologically, just buy 2, get 1 free. I had 2 big flags on the side of my tent. It was just buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 2, get 1 free. And those side flags brought everybody in to where I would have lines of people, groups of people. I had information, data, graphics over here. I was serving tea kind of in the middle. And if they say, I don't know Moringa, I say, take a second, come on right over here, read this graphic. Who's next? And then somebody next would say, hey, I'd like to buy Your Moringa. I say, great, let's come over here. And I check them out. While this person is reading, learning, talking, they ended up chatting to 3 people over here while they were waiting. And I say, everything good? Did you need to know anything else? No, this is a great graphic. I had a nice big graphic on the table, and it was nutritional benefits, and then all of the, 5 times calcium, 10 times protein, 1,000 times, this and that. So everybody was like, wow, wow, wow. And then I would be able to funnel them through, and I'd be at the front. I'd have 3 tables. I'd have 3 tables at my tent. So I was standing here, and say I'm in the tent. This is the front of the tent. I had a table here, and I had a table here. So that way I could say, if you don't know about Moringa, come on over here and hang out over here. And while people are checking out, buying, figuring out what they wanted, I said, hey, no problem. Can we just come over here? And I would check them out on this side. While people were talking, sampling, looking, taking a look, I had everything pretty much right here. And I always had bins underneath to refill the product. The more product that you have on the table, the more you'll sell. Essentially, if you have $100 on your table, you'll sell 50 bucks. If you have $500 on your table, you'll sell 400 bucks. That's the thing, is somebody will come up and be like, oh, I don't want to take your last one. And I would say to people, well, that's why I'm here. Please take my last one, so that way I can buy dinner or get gas or get food or pay my phone bill or whatever it might be, So please buy my last one so that way I can eat, So I always would have 10 or 20 of each item. And I just didn't want oh, I don't want to take your last one. I made sure that I never had just 1, 2. I always had 5 or 10 of something on the table. And the table was always stacked. That's always been kind of like my method, my recipe, is throwing everything at the book and then kind of whittling down and iterating, revising. And so that's what we're doing now. At 12 o'clock, we're going to take a break. We're going to do some networking. We're going to take a 2-hour break, enjoy the sounds, eat, shop, chat, gather. We'll have some games going around. We'll do different games. We'll have stations for games, different stations for networking. So we'll have different stations. So we'll have, like, at a table over here, we'll have a couple people gathering and say, hey, we've got 3, 4 stations if you'd like to. We're going to be talking about soil over here. We're going to be talking about pollinators over here. We'll be talking about, harvesting over here. And we can have little breakout rooms. Lunch breakout, where we will also do networking and membership, where we'll have like a bell, and then every 10 minutes or so, everybody shifts to a new station. So we'll do something like that around lunch. We'll be surrounded by the orchard, where you can also say, like, we'll have like an open mic section where you can talk, share your story, and then I'll also be doing interviews inside. So I'll be doing interviews inside. I want to make sure if everything is good. Can everybody hear me? Please give me a thumbs up, maybe something in the chat. Let me know if everything is good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. We're just talking about we have a festival here coming up, and we're going to be talking about our day's events here going into 2 p.m. We have a workshop coming in where we're going to deep dive on marketing your farm online. We don't necessarily have a growing problem. We have millions of trees in the USA, hundreds of millions of moringa trees in the USA. We don't have a growing problem. I have more people with trees and land in my contacts that are calling me every day than ever before. We don't have a growing problem. We have a selling problem. We have a problem doing exactly what I'm doing right here, being able to just show face, say hey, let people know that you're alive, that you have things are moving, and just give people consistent updates. As we grow, what we want to do here for this event is we want to have this be your first live. This is going to be possibly your first live. We'll have Wi-Fi here, so that way it's really clean and crispy. If it's not clean and crispy right now, we're having some issues right now with the Wi-Fi. But I just wanted to come on at least to test to see if this is good. So I'm also going to be watching this after this is over. And our goal is to help plant people be more people. We want to help plant people who love talking with plants and who love working with plants, because everybody who's hit me up, not everybody, let's say 50-50, is either they're deep into the plant game or they've never planted a seed in their life. It's a very big extreme. And either way, they're asking a lot of money questions. The reason why I talk about money and making income and making a business out of it is because that's the questions that I get the most. The questions that I started getting as I was doing this, everybody would ask me like, does this make good money? Do you make money from this? And I say, well, I'm making a living. I started off pretty quickly making a living from moringa. I stopped working. I quit, not quit. I was working at Walmart for a few years, but then I did quit Walmart, but not right right at the time of graduation. I quit Walmart before graduation, and I was growing my vending machine business. But what I was saying is that right when I graduated college, I sold my vending machine business and I quit doing anything else other than plants, other than moringa. And what saved me is the fact that before I even had really any products, I knew that I needed a website and I needed to have product, like I needed to get my presence online going first. So what happened pretty quickly was the fact that I started my website, building my website, and I can remember building my website at the same time as going to the farmer's market and then going live and then being able to say, hey, you can shop with me directly if you just go to my website here in the link, or I would put it, in the chat. And while I was at the market making, say, 100, 200, $300 during the day, I was also making two, three, four, $500 on my website while I was live, just like this. So I was live just like this, and that's why we want to make sure that we can help people take this business to the next step. So what I've done is turn this business a marketing and advertising agency for your moringa business. And I first was introduced to something called a CRM about 4 years ago, a customer relations management tool, a CRM, a customer relations management tool. And 4 years ago, I got on a CRM for the first time. For the first couple years, I was using Wix from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I pretty much was just on Wix for like 5, 6 years, and it was working really, really great website builder, really, really good shop, really good communications. And then I partnered with my buddy Jason, and he said, let's get our own website builder, CRM. And at the time, I just kind of got into his CRM. But then I started learning what an agency is, like a marketing and advertising agency is and what it does. And I said, wow, like this could really help build our Moringa businesses up if we were to offer this also as a service. And so, what we're going to do is talk about Growth OS, which is our marketing operating system that it could help you create automations, save time. It'll help you send out blogs, newsletters, emails, get on the phone. And so at 2 p.m., this will be reserved for talking digital, website building, campaigns, workflows, automations, and things that'll help boost your business while you sleep. And that's what you want. You want to be able to wake up every morning like me and see that there's at least a $25 sale or a $27 sale or a $100 sale. So that way when you wake up, you're like, wow, it's working even while I'm sleeping. So creating a business that's marketing overnight in other countries and doing the things for you so that way you can rest. You could possibly over time make a transition in your career to go from working someone else's job or for another business to be able to being in your own business. So at 2 p.m. we'll have a workshop on marketing, farm, online, customers, automations, workflows, writing effective newsletters, using AI, using tech, using digital space. Even though that we're farmers, this is what has been blowing my mind. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm a little bit tech. I'm also like a Taurus. I'm an Aquarius, Taurus. And I'm very earthy. At the same time, what helps me a lot is to get my hands back in the dirt, right? So, um, Aquarius, Taurus. And this has really helped me to balance, ground, and stay connected at the same time. I know where things are going and I don't have a choice. My age is kind of like in that in between. Like I didn't have a cell phone until I was 18. You know, most children today are having cell phones when they're 8 and 6. And at least, by the time I was 18 and I got a phone, a cell phone, you know, when I got into college, I started working with Photoshop and I started working with Rhino and I started working with Revit and I started working with Grasshopper and I started with 3D rendering and I started working with SketchUp and AutoCAD. AutoCAD was the big one that I started working on. And even 2001, I started working with AutoCAD. And so I started to just make sure that I didn't fall too far behind. Like what's weird is that most people today, hey, do you have a computer? No, I don't have a computer. That's what I talk to. I talk to hundreds of people a week that I'm trying to say, hey, just sit out at your desk and open your computer, and they're like, I don't have a computer, and they just have their phone, and that's where things have gone to, where it went from, the 80s, everybody was getting computers, 90s, 2000s, everybody's getting laptops and tablets, and now the 2020s is literally just having it in your glasses or even just in your head, like or in your arm or just in any other way than sitting at a traditional desk at home on a computer. But I have to. I have to in this business. And I just never wanted to move too far away from getting off of the computer, so that way I didn't lose the skill, losing the skill of tech, because I know how things are going. And as much as things are getting easier, this right here, and it is making it very easy to communicate with you, is still, there's still some technical things in running a business that I want to help make easy for you. And that's what our Growth OS operating system has done. And I'm going to introduce our members a little bit more about it, and we'll talk more about it here at the event. At 3 p.m., we'll have a guest speaker, maybe a few people here to help share their story, inspire you. I'd like to get Barry out here. Many of you know Moringa with Barry. He hasn't been out here in a little while, but he used to live out here, and we used to be really, really close. He's since moved, I think, a little bit further south to St. Pete, and he still has some trees out here. I'm also really busy too, but I'm going to see if I can get Barry here at the event and possibly be a guest speaker. If not, we'll get somebody. Last time that we were here, we had Ken. I asked Barry if he would do it last time. He wasn't able to do it. But we got Ken Black last time. Ken Black was doing biofuel. So moringa leaves can be fermented and turned into a gas, a methane gas. That methane gas can be trapped, and that trapped gas can be used to cook or power things using natural gas. Moringa, out of the 50 plants that Ken Black practiced with and tested with, moringa, by far 2 to 3 times more methane gas is produced by moringa, and that's because of its high protein content. We talked about creating moringa methane gas at MoringaCon this last April. Those videos are coming out now, but if you want to learn more about moringa methane gas, come into the members area. We have those videos in the members area right now. And then at 4 p.m. for Moringa Fest 2025 on November 1st, we're going to close out with a ceremony. We'll take some photos, we'll have some food, we'll have some snacks, but we're going to wrap up with a fire and some surprise announcements pertaining our Moringa business. So this is Moringa Fest 2025. We're going to have live workshops. We'll have wellness activities. This is a mock-up team. This is a network opportunity. We may have 50 to 100 people out here. And we'll have, of course, special offers. Tickets to Moringa Fest are included with membership. The reason why membership matters is so that way we can continue the conversation. Usually people have 50, 100, 200, thousands of questions. Usually people are like, how do I do this? And how do I do that? And how do I get this going? And what I want to do? And so in order to kind of combine this event with membership, we made membership really affordable. So that way it's easy to just get membership, which includes all tickets to events. That's the thing, is you get membership one time and you get access to all the events. So it's not just this one event. You might want to come to next year. You might want to come to MoringaCon. You might want to go to Sicily with us. You might want to go to Africa with us, the Philippines. You might want to go to India with us. So these are places that we're planning on traveling with our members. And if you'd like to get a ticket to Moringa Fest 2025, don't hesitate to sign up for membership today. This is more than just a festival. This is a hands-on incubator. This is our incubator for growers and makers, entrepreneurs looking to scale their moringa business. You're going to leave this day with a real experience, new connections, and a real plan on increasing your income from moringa. So one of the very first products that I made was a tea box. Was tea, of course. My favorite product is the tea. And so what I did was I would make tea boxes from paper. So in this case, I bought this, and it was glued right here, right? I'm looking at this and I'm like, why did she put the label here when this seal is right here? And that's the front label. This is where when I work with people, I'm such a perfectionist and stickler with how things look. Like that should be the back. And so a seal, there's no seal. Oh, but see, then that's the front. Okay, I guess they're all like that. It's just that this box in particular, it just has a little bit of a thing right there. I love all of my products to look really clean and clear. That's why we do it white. That's why I'm very thing about the labels. We've had some serious issues with other people putting labels on crooked or the wrong label, or like I say, like, is there a better way to do it? And then after just reassessing the whole thing, it's like, oh, okay, that's the front. Well, then why would they do that? Why would they make that the front? Anyway, what I'm saying is when I started off, I would I would make my own boxes. I would literally make these boxes. I would cut this out from a flat piece of chipboard, a thin piece of chipboard. This is chipboard, right? This is cardboard, thin paper chipboard. So what I would do is uh, I'd have a mold or I'd have a template, and then I cut the paper out, and then I'd score it, and then I'd fold it, score it, and fold it to where I could then glue it and then fold it, fold it, and then I would have a box similar to this. This is how I started. Now I buy these now, but when I first started off, I was making these boxes by hand and just selling maybe 10 boxes at the farmer's market was $100, and that was a lot of money back then. I remember even still today, $100, oh my gosh, is amazing, right? But I remember making 10 of these tea boxes on a Friday night before the market, sometimes overnight, sometimes all night long, still working on getting these products made and out. I first started attending the farmers market in 2015. I maybe went to a few here and there. Yeah, 2014. I was painting my van in 2014. And I really started hitting the market in 2014. I remember going there and was doing plants and other things. And I was actually at the Plant City Market. I have pictures at the Plant City Farmers Market in 2014. So from loose leaf, we go to powder, super green powder right now. We're harvesting for 5 hours this morning. Just came back, got something to eat, and just was like, you know what? I'm inspired to let people, I'm getting lots and lots of questions right now. So usually when I get a lot of questions, I go ahead and just go live. So that way I can say, check it out here, check it out the live. I'm answering the questions. We'll answer questions real quick. Don't hesitate to, in the chat, let me know if you have any questions. I have a chat here. Let's see here. Live chat. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me know, everybody. Say hey. And what I'm going to have for you when you come in is a one-pager that's going to help you with labels. This is a specific document that's going to walk you through how to create a label, what needs to go on a label, some things that we have on our label that really helps. And then, of course, the packaging, the window, and the key, the USA Moringa that's inside. From the powder, what do you make? Capsules. And so we spend several $100s a week paying someone to make the capsules from our powder. So there was a time where I would be waking up all hours of the day and night, just making capsules, making capsules, making capsules, to where now, thankfully, we can hire someone to help make capsules. We make capsules out of vegan cellulose. So veggies. It's made out of veggie cellulose, and it has our USA moringa powder in there. Super clean, crispy. You can see label. I'm gonna have a one pager for you for Moringa Fest. That's going to help you with labeling. And anytime I have a new one pager, anytime I put something new into the members area, you have access to it right away. So if I write a new book, you get it. So once you're a member, that's the thing, is that you don't have to buy my next book. You don't have to buy the next book. Once you're a member, you get the book automatically. Or you get the material, or you get, of course, wholesale. From all of that is loose leaf, and I'm looking at it. I'm a stickler. I'm real stickler. So no sticks, no stems, no yellows, little to no yellows, little yellow pieces. I try to pick those out. Super clean though. This is summer greens right now. You can see nice label, big package, 8 ounces. 2 of these makes a pound. And we have it sealed with a desiccant inside. There's a desiccant inside. So that's an air moisturizing, a water moisturizing little pad inside that helps to keep those leaves from getting wet. And of course, if it's out here or anything, like I don't have anything in the sun, because the sun will be in here, then moisture will form, because there is still some liquid. There is still some moisture inside here. So you don't want to beat the heat on it and then get it wet and pull that out and then cause mold and bacteria to form. When it's dry, at least cool like this, and it's already been dried and it's crispy, you just don't want to have it in the sun. And then, of course, let's see. Yeah, inside the gift box, this is our gift box. Our gift box has everything. There's 11 items inside here. So it comes with the spice, the veggie capsules, the seed capsules, the green capsules, the tincture, the oil, the tea, the loose leaf, the powder. There's 11 items inside. And of course, it comes with the book in the box. Now we're running out of these. So we're starting to transition to where no more book in a box until we order some more. So you may get this in a white box. I think we have it on the website, where I've kind of started to transition out of this gift box, just because we're running out a little bit short. And these were like $4. These were like $4 each to make. So I was able to get them made. A couple years ago, I got a loan and I was able to make a big purchase, and I bought these. But here we are now, a few years later, and we're running out. And so I wanted to preserve them. I could probably get another loan. We're working on sales. Holiday sales are coming in. We're working on wholesale orders. We're working on processing memberships to where we have a large enough savings to make a $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 purchase on, say, like 1,000 of these boxes. But this is called the gift box. And right now, everything is coming with like 10 trees. Any kit that you get, it comes with 10 trees. So like right now, the bio box comes with 10 trees. So if you're looking for trees or seeds, this is the fertilizer. This is the fertilizer inside. So we make fertilizer from moringa, a liquid fertilizer, and of course we have moringa powder. You're like, what? Moringa powder? Moringa powder is used as a fertilizer. So you can grab our moringa powder for fertilizer. That's right here. And also the liquid fertilizer as well, made from moringa. And it has some instructions in here that you can grab. There's seeds in there as well. Okay, so let's see if we have any questions. Anybody here that has a question? Just let me know. Let me know where you guys are watching. Let's see here. Oh, good. Jason found me somebody to help with the affiliate stuff. Oh, good. Somebody wants to order wholesale right now. Oh, good. Good. This is one of our members from Texas. I'll say yes. Yes. We have lots of powder and capsules made and can ship fast. This member right here is now purchasing thousands of dollars worth of moringa. She is making a flip. She's making a sale. She's in Texas. She's Filipina, and she loves malunggay, and she's super super in it. She's got children. She's married, and she probably is in a community of people. She probably has local friends and family in the area. Filipinos love moringa. She started to grow it. I think when she called me, she said she was already kind of really doing it because she's been doing it since she was little. She's already had moringa, you know? But now that we've gotten connected, I'm getting faster with the orders. I'm in communication. Phones are working. Everything is connected. She's buying like wholesale every week, every single week, and she's making the flip. We have another couple members that were buying wholesale pretty heavy, like early in the season. They were going to the market, but then it kind of like slowed down a little bit. It got real hot, summer hit, but here we are next to bouncing back from that hot summer. So thank you. Yes, definitely. Powder on deck. Capsules, no labels on deck. She gets it no labels. So she'll buy the package with no label. No label. We have another member in Fort Meade, Fort Meade, and she also has some connections in Tennessee. And you know, people from Tennessee, they also just do it real big. Everything is real big, country style. And so her family is country style. She said she used to own a store. I'm like, wow, so you guys have already done this. I think she did furniture or something like that. We had another member that was here that did like 20 years, 5 years of furniture. She had 17 store locations. And then in COVID, everything shut down. Wow. Wow. But I was saying that the member in Fort Meade, she's got connections in Tennessee, and they're doing markets, conventions, they're trading, they're sharing customers. So if you're already kind of like in a group, if you're already kind of like in a group of sellers and people that buy, and you guys are kind of like that, and you're looking for a product, this is the thing that you can get in and be like, hey, I have access to the owner, I have access to the farmer, and I can get a really high quality product for a really great price, and we have access to the inner circle. What was really beautiful was that we had a member in California over the weekend go to a farmer's market, Joseph, Moringa Joe, and Moringa Joe was at the farmer's market with a member saying, hey, it's the Grow Moringa Collective out here in Los Angeles, and we're at the farmer's market with Cindy Gerhardt from Heart Flowers, and this was Joe Moringa from LA. Eden Rock Moringa, I think, was the name of the company that he just kind of made up in LA, Eden Rock. And and it was great to see, like, hey, we have the Moringa Growers Co-op here. We have a chapter out in LA. That was so awesome. That was so. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for doing that. That made my week. Wow, what a dream. What a dream. So I'll definitely shout you out and say what's up. Go hit up Moringa Joe in California. Go hit up Cindy Gerhardt from Flowers in California if you're in LA. This is what we do. I don't know if you've noticed and you've gotten kind of what's going on here, but what's going on here is the ability for me to connect with people and to shout them out, market, advertise them. One of our sponsors, a member up in Brooksville, sponsored one of these trees. I still have to get with him, and we still have to decide which of the trees is his, but essentially he sponsored one of these trees. You want to see down here a little bit? There we go. Nice. We're going down the the little promenade here. I planted all these trees down here. It's nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Weather's shifting. This is when you come out. This is when you do it. Who were we just talking to? Let's see here. Chan just wants to grab some seeds. Someone was asking about cuttings. Can they order cuttings from me? But I recently stopped selling cuttings just because of the end of the season. They usually don't grow that well in the wintertime. I'll bring them back in the spring. But honestly, like since I have big trees now, a lot of trees, um, I'm just I want to have people become successful. What I noticed is that when people shopped the cuttings, they're doing it because they want it for cheap. And so all I did was I took cuttings off the website and I just dropped the price of the trees because the trees have the roots. And so if you're more successful growing the trees and it's cheaper, I'm trying to accommodate and get as many people started as possible. The problem with the cuttings is that most people have never grown before, so they when they grab the cutting, 75 to 80% of the time, 90% of the time, they would fail. And I'm not trying to have someone spend money with me just to have them fail. Because then that failure kind of like puts my name next to their failure of Moringa. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I want to be known for success. So if I have to take this off the website so that less people fail, I can make sure that more people succeed by getting a big tree. So these big trees here, I'll just pull one out right here with you. Let's see. I got a water in here. There we go. Nice little carrot tuber. And so then what I'll do is you can see the original cut right here. It's the original cut. And so I'll cut it again. And so I'll put this in a box just like this. Of course, I'll wipe it off a little bit. And then ship it just like this. I might trim off this top root like this. And then also trim off this top root. See how that's wrapping like that? That way we're producing much more of a taproot that goes down. We don't really want to inspire more lateral shoots. We want to inspire the taproot to go down. So this was falling over as well. So this was starting to grow like this. So one of the reasons why this was probably going like that was because it was getting rooted in the ground. So like that's how Moringa travels through the forest. Is it'll grow up really fast, it'll fall down, and then it'll regrow from here, and it'll potentially break off and produce roots right there, and then from there it'll grow up really fast and fall down, and then that's how it travels through the forest. So it goes through the forest by growing up real tall and fast, and then falling over and breaking, and then it regrowing from that moment right there. And so you can see in the wild, Moringa has like this. It's like water. It's like water. So this was somebody asking for cuttings, and so I decided to say, hey, I decided to also just take cuttings off. Like, hey, I want you to succeed more. I dropped the price of the trees because if it's really just being cheap and not really having enough for trees, why don't I just drop the price of trees so that way you get something with a root? Because even with this, you could cut this right now, and then that's a cutting. So I'll give you a cutting, but it's going to come with a root. It's going to be a little bit more, but it's going to ensure your success. And each order that I send comes with a free pack of seeds. Oh man, I just talked to this like 79-year-old guy, Larry. Larry's from another time. Larry's from another time. And Larry was is a cool guy. And 79, still getting on the app. Took us 2 hours, but we still did it. And so if you're struggling with technology or anything like that and you just need somebody to talk to, that is something that I am known for, that I'm good with people. I will call you back. I will get on with you and I will help you. And most people are saying, "Wow, I can't believe that you're taking this time with me." And I say, "This is my business. My business is in the business of helping you succeed. Getting you into the members area is my business. That is literally my whole business, is getting you in the members area, getting you my book, getting you the courses and the classes, the and what I'm going to be doing now is I'm working on a condensed version of the master class, and I'm going to start offering that webinar as like a live webinar every Monday night for like a new batch of people. That way we can onboard them as a team together into the members area. So like I'll start the webinar at like 6 o'clock on Monday, and then it'll last until about 8. And then what we can do is say, okay, anybody ready to sign up, you can get into the members area right now. The onboarding is about to begin. So we're about to begin the onboarding process, and we'll get people into the members area right then and there. Every single Monday, we're going to start putting out a webinar that's going to get people in every single week that will easily as a group, because if I spend 2 hours with one person in the week, I'd rather spend 2 hours with 20 people at the same time. I'm just trying to maximize my efforts. So Larry was funny, that was cool. Albert, I love my buddy Albert is in here. Oscar's in here. Thanks a lot. Huge business, huge citrus business up in Winter Park. One of our members here has a huge citrus business. He blew me away with the numbers that he's doing. I mean, he's doing some massive numbers. You don't realize this, but there's so little, few and far between people that actually work with plants and are farmers. It's really beautiful that mostly my people are farmers and plant people. I love it. Let's see here. Okay, that's it. So filter recent latest. Somehow I'm seeing messages all the way back from 2021 here real quick. Oh, there it is. Latest. Oh, there we go. Wow. I was able to see messages real quick all the way back from 2021. Wow. This could bring me back. Oh, wow. This is all IG, Facebook. I think my CRM, Growth OS, just got an update. So I'm going through here. It's starting to get really nice. Filters. Let's see here. Anyway, I was just making sure. Messages. Recent. Unread. Oldest. Latest. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I pretty much have been calling everybody back. We've got members all the way up. Spice. Great. I think we pretty much got caught up. I was hitting everybody up. Oh, oh, somebody got a big load of biochar. Nice. Oh, the animals are coming out. The sun is going down. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. I just wanted to shout out our festival. If you had any questions, let you know the phone is on. Everything is working. You can text collective to 813-696-6676 if you need any assistance from me. I can call you back. Go to growmoringa.com, hit the pricing details, and go into the membership, click get access, and then you'll see the pricing options for membership. You can make a one-time payment or you can make a monthly payment. I think in the option that I have right now up there, it's mostly just the monthly payment. There is a yearly option, but if you want to just make the one-time payment, just text collective. I'll call you back and we'll get you in as a lifetime member. The lifetime member is the best deal. You get a physical copy of the book, you get a t-shirt, a keychain, a certificate, as well as lifetime access to the members area wherever we go, wherever we move, wherever we shift, wherever we uh, what area we go to. Like right now, we're in the process of going from Mighty Networks. We're going to be switching over to school. So we're going to be going to school. So when you sign up this week, as we make a transition, we'll probably just get you in Mighty Networks, download the app, but then maybe in a couple weeks you can delete that app and just do the school app. And I'm building out the school community right now. I'm just kind of copying the things from Mighty Networks over into school, and hopefully it'll be easier to log in and onboard people. I've just noticed over the last couple years, there's lots of errors and little things that Mighty Networks has issues with logging in, and the questions are kind of glitchy, and the password thing sometimes doesn't send the emails. And so I've been trying to work with them, and they've been really great. I mean, they've gotten us to 1,000 members, but I believe that school could take us to 100,000 members. So ride with me over to school, come into the Grow Moringa Collective, and this is where I'll have all the documents, books. Lifetime membership is a one-time payment, but if you are not able to grab the one-time payment right now, we allow you to make payments. So once you make payments and you complete the lifetime uh, price, then there's no more payments. And so you just are making payments to get to lifetime membership. And we have all of those details at growmoringa.com, or you can text collective and I'll call you back and I'll let you know more details about that. Okay. I think I pretty much got back to everybody. Oh, we just had a member here in Daytona. He bought a ton of wholesale. He bought 4 or 5, $600 worth of wholesale, and he's like, "I just got a little bit of some money, and I was thinking about how to double my money, and that's why I bought directly from you." And I was like, "That's a great idea. We'll make sure everything is clean, crispy." When you sign up for membership, you get the wholesale sheet. You can get wholesale right there, but you also have all the prices. So that way you can take a little sticker and put the pricing on it. And you can go to market literally just like this next day. And people are going to be like, "Oh, are these your products?" And you're going to say, "Well, I'm a member of this organization. I'm a part of this collective. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm getting coached, and I'm learning how to make these items." You can tell people that it's being made and grown right here in Plant City. And as we continue to grow and expand, our members in LA can fill orders in LA right now from Texas. That member is in the process of getting her own. The reason why she's buying from us is because it's wintertime and she's out. This is what I needed. I needed to float over winter because in the summer I was good. But for like the first 5, 6 years, the wintertime knocked me out every time. I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything to sell. And so this member is hitting me up in the wintertime, especially in Texas, say, "Hey, can you float me through the winter?" Yeah, no doubt. So she's like, "No labels." So she's putting her labels on it. That's totally cool. It's still USA, it's still fresh, it's still local, it's organically grown, it's with intention. We're communicating, and as long as I was doing is, I remember I had a member hit me up. And he was like, "Hey, I can send you like 100 kilos from Mexico." And I was like, but most of my people, they just want USA. They just want USA. And, and so I said, "Okay, send it to me." And then in the wintertime, I was running out and people were ordering from the website. And so then I would message them and I would let them know and I would say, "Hey, you're ordering in the middle of winter. I greatly appreciate your order. I just wanted you to know that I had to source this batch of moringa from Mexico. It's still in North America. It's still in this local continent. Shoot, 90% of the USA used to be Mexico." So I'm over here like, okay, it's still close. It's not having to cross any like oceans. Literally, I called the guy. literally had it to me in a couple days. It was literally here. It was like aired to me in a couple days in a couple big boxes, and it was super green and super fresh. And so I made sure that during that first year that I was here, and my sales were super high. I just came out on that John Kohler video, super popping. I was making 10,000 a week, where we got 1 million views on a video. It was going nuts. And I just had to tell people like, hey, I just ran out of my own powder. I just ran out of my own. It's wintertime. This person's in the collective. This was right when I opened the collective. This was like right in 2021. And I was mentioning to people, hey, we have to source this from a member. And this is where it kind of gets into logistics, transparency, letting people know. When I'm dealing with a lot of salespeople, they're like, it doesn't matter where it comes from. And I'm over here like, I don't know. Like for me and the customers, like they're like me, like it matters where it comes from. Like I'm kind of in that I want to know where it comes from. I'd like to know, like, did it come from Argentina? Did it come from Mexico? Did it come from Chile? Did it come from Bolivia? Did it come from, China? Does it come from, other places? Because I'm starting to learn their practices with fertilizers, and just like how long has it taken to get here? And that was the thing that this guy is still a member. He's growing it. It's Palo de Prito. It's a member in Mexico. What is it? It's a famous part of Mexico. It's in the central there. Puebla. He's from Puebla. So he's got his farm in Puebla. I mean, it's beautiful. Unbelievable. I mean, Mexico is amazing. Oh my gosh, so old school. Wow, look at this. I'm just having fun. This is what I do. My goodness. I'm a map guy. I love maps. So, so I got a bunch of this moringa came in, and I ran out because I really wasn't trying to get it. But then I ran out, and this is where I learned. I was like, okay, so it's okay as long as you're transparent, as long as you're open. Hey, I just ran out. I just got this from Mexico. It doesn't matter. Just get it to me. Is it good? Get it to me. Okay. So that's where I started to learn from people. As much as people do want to know where it is, essentially, I do have a lot of people that are trusting that I'm making sure that I'm sourcing it good for them. So they're going through me to be like, hey, you're the trusted source. If you have to get it from Mexico, fine. But at least I know that when I buy it from you, it's the highest quality from Mexico. And that's kind of where I started thinking, okay, like, how do we manage these labels when, say, like on the back, it says, Plant City, Florida. We've got to get to the point where we have locations and labels organized for Texas and then organized for California. So like sourced from Texas, sourced from California. We're going to get there as members grow and expand. Like, say, this member that is buying wholesale from us and is asking for no labels. Maybe when she puts her label on it here very soon, we can have it set up to where she has a Grow Moringa Collective certified label of her own, but then she has like a certified member, and that might be something even for us, that when people are buying moringa and they see certified member on the back, Grow Moringa Collective certified member, they know that even if it came from Texas or California or Florida, that they're going through the high standards and it's still the high quality USA moringa. And as we grow and expand, I say USA, USA, USA because I get a lot of international interest. And I just want people to know that right now I have been really, really focusing on building the USA group of people. But at the same time, the Africans already are set up with moringa. Indians are already set up with moringa. They have it. Filipinos already have it. They have it in so much abundance that it sometimes is even difficult for them to sell it in those countries because it's everywhere. The reason why everybody is trying to get it to the USA, and the reason why it's so expensive here and why the demand is so high here is, yes, we do have a very high quality of standard of living, of life, medicine, health here in the USA, but also because it's scarce. Because it is scarce, it is limited, it is highly uh, it is highly in demand, right? So the demand is super, super high. And right now, because it's still really, 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 really early here in the USA, we could have thousands of moringa farmers come up over the next couple weeks, couple months, couple years, and that would help to balance things a little bit, allow everybody to get their hands in this multi-billion-dollar pot that's happening. Moringa is producing 10, $20 billion a year. It's going from 10 billion to 20 billion over the next 5 years. So it was 10 billion in 2020, and by 2030 it's going to 20 billion. And that means that over $20 billion a year is sold of moringa. We just need a little piece of that we're garnering from the market, and we're keeping that within our ecosystem, meaning our growers. So like, let's just say here in a couple of years, we might be able to say, hey, we sold $1 billion worth of moringa. What? Well, between the members and how we track sales, census reports, and say, hey, member over here, how much are you making? Report. Hey, member over here, how much are you making? You want to report? By doing that, all the members put together, we have reporting of all of our consensus of our members. So say, hey, we have members in Texas that are filling hundreds of thousands of pounds of orders. We have members in Florida filling hundreds of pounds, thousands of orders. We have members in Texas shipping up and out through the central part of the USA, covering all of the central northern states. California is pretty much covering all of West Coast. Florida is pretty much covering all of East Coast. Now, anybody and everybody in northern states that are growing in northern states, you can still grow, especially over the winter. You can still grow, especially indoors. But for the most part, if you're in other northern states, you can grow all summer long as an annual. So you just start it in spring and you end in the fall, and you just grow it in the summer. But here we can grow it all year. Right now we're pumping out greens right now. I got to get some greens on the racks. I got to get greens washed up, so I got to go. But let me know if you need me. I'll be available for a little while longer tonight. Everybody pretty much has now a rundown of the festival real quick. Take a little screenshot so you can see Moringa Fest. 9 to 5, we're going to have an opening ceremony at 9. Come in, set your table up. We'll start selling at 10. We'll have lunch from 12 to 2. And we'll also have another workshop at 2. Then we'll have a guest speaker at 3. And then we'll have a closing ceremony and surprise announcements at 4. And then we'll have a fire probably at like 5. And we'll hang out and have dinner. So Moringa Fest 2025. Thanks a lot, y'all. We're going to go ahead and ride out until next time. Peace, love, prosperous growing, and I hope you have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow is Wednesday. I'll probably go live tomorrow. I've been shifting the podcast to Wednesday and Saturdays. Moringa love. Peace.